How to handle a narcissist in mediation. Essential tips. Welcome. We've all been there. You're trying to work out a disagreement, trying to find some middle ground, and it feels like the other person just wants to hear themselves talk instead of finding a solution. If you've ever had a disagreement with someone who seems to always need to be in control, always blames others, or refuses to take responsibility, you might be dealing with a narcissist. Let me tell you, dealing with a narcissist in mediation or arbitration can feel like walking through a minefield. Their need to be in control, their lack of empathy, and their tendency to manipulate can make finding a resolution feel impossible. But I'm here to tell you, it's not. Today I'm going to share some essential tips on how to effectively handle a narcissist in mediation or arbitration. These strategies are designed to help you stay calm, protect what's important to you, and hopefully guide the situation toward a resolution. Narcissists love chaos. They want to get a reaction out of you, push your buttons, make you lose your cool. Why? Because when you're reacting emotionally, you're not thinking straight. You're more likely to give in to things you wouldn't normally, just to make them stop. Now, staying calm doesn't mean letting them walk all over you. It's about keeping your cool, thinking clearly, and responding strategically. Remember, you're the boss of your own emotions. One thing I always tell people is to take a deep breath, count to 10, whatever it takes to center yourself. Don't let their tactics distract you from your goal, reaching a fair resolution. And remember, how they're acting is about them, not you. Don't take it personally. Keep your mind on the important things and don't get caught up in their drama. The calmer and more focused you are, the better prepared you'll be to handle their tactics and work towards a resolution. Now, setting boundaries is important with everyone, but especially with a narcissist. They're known for pushing limits, testing your patience, and trying to control everything. Think of it like this. You're putting up a fence. You're deciding what you're okay with and what you absolutely won't accept. This could be anything from interrupting. Narcissists love to interrupt, to take over the conversation. They think their point of view is the only one that matters. But in mediation, everyone deserves a chance to speak their mind. That's why it's so important to set ground rules early on. This could mean agreeing to time limits for each person to speak, or having a signal for when someone is interrupting. Remember, you have the right to be heard, and you have the right to set boundaries to make sure that happens. Don't be afraid to speak up and make sure those boundaries are respected. Let me tell you something. You can't win a power struggle with a narcissist. Why? Because their ego is huge, and they always have to feel like they're in charge. Getting into a power struggle with a narcissist is like trying to outrun a cheetah. You're just going to end up tired and frustrated. Remember, the point of mediation isn't to win or beat the other person. It's about finding a solution that works for everyone. So, how do you avoid a power struggle? Don't take the bait. Don't stoop to their level. When they try to make you angry, take a deep breath and focus on the real issue. Remember, you're not there to make them feel good about themselves. You're there to find a solution. Chapter 4. Stick to the facts. Narcissists are experts at manipulation. They'll twist your words, change the story, and try to make you doubt yourself. That's why it's so important to stick to the facts. Don't get stuck in arguments about feelings or personal opinions. Focus on the truth, the stuff you can prove. Bring documents, evidence, anything that supports your side of the story. When your arguments are based on facts, it's much harder for them to manipulate the situation. Remember, facts don't lie. And when you stick to the facts, you're not just protecting yourself, you're also helping to keep the mediation focused on what's real. Chapter 5. Hold them accountable. One of the most frustrating things about dealing with a narcissist is they never take responsibility. They're always the victim, never the problem. But in mediation, accountability is key. You can't find a resolution if one person refuses to take responsibility for what they've done. So how do you hold a narcissist accountable? It takes some skill. You can't be aggressive or blame them. That'll just make them defensive. Instead, gently remind them of past agreements, things they've said before, anything that contradicts what they're saying now. Use a calm, neutral tone and focus on the facts. For example, you could say something like, "I remember you agreeing to this last week," or "The documents show that this was your responsibility." Remember, you're not attacking them, you're simply reminding them of their word. Chapter 6. Focus on resolution, not validation. Narcissists need validation. They need to feel like they're right, that they've won, that they're better than everyone else. But here's the thing. You're never going to give them the validation they want. And frankly, it's not your job to. Your job is to find a solution to the problem, not to make them feel good about themselves. So how do you do that? By keeping the conversation focused on the real issues and the outcome you want. When they start trying to get you into an argument or seeking validation, gently steer the conversation back to the important stuff. Remember, you're not there to be their therapist or their cheerleader. You're there to find a solution. Chapter 7. Utilize professional help. Look, I'm not going to lie. Dealing with a narcissist in mediation can be really hard. It's emotionally draining, it's frustrating, and it can feel impossible at times. But you don't have to go through it alone. There are professionals, like myself, who are trained to handle these types of situations. A skilled mediator can help even things out, enforce boundaries, and keep the conversation focused on finding a resolution. They can also help you understand the narcissist's tactics and develop strategies for dealing with them. Don't be afraid to seek professional help. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It means you're taking control of the situation and doing everything you can to protect yourself. Outro: Finding resolution. Thanks for watching. Remember, dealing with a narcissist in dispute resolution is tough, but not impossible. With these tips, you'll be better prepared to handle the situation. Remember, stay calm, set boundaries, and don't get caught up in their games. Focus on the facts, hold them accountable, and never lose sight of your goal: finding a resolution. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more dispute resolution tips. And if you need help, I'm just an email away. What was your main takeaway from today's tips? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone who might need help dealing with a difficult person in a disagreement.